One of the main challenges managers face is related to delegating work. This is a key skill to have, and not everyone knows how to master it. Often, managers end up micromanaging, doing the work themselves, or losing control over the tasks. What many managers don't realize is that successful delegation often depends on changing their habits. They have to transition from doing the work to guiding others to do the work. How this is done is key to their success. If you are a manager seeking better ways to delegate work, we have a few resources available on our blog. Additionally, I will mention 6 key steps for successful delegation. The last one is directly connected to a habit that often needs to be changed. Let's go over the 6 steps. 1. Clearly define the work and objective. When delegating work, clearly define what needs to be done and what the objective is. Number 2. Provide guidance and tips. Offer guidance and tips even before the team asks for it. Avoid letting team members work on their own without direction, and do not expect that people will always ask for help. Explain things as if it were their first time and provide tips to help them succeed. 3. Define decision criteria. Clearly define how decisions will be made and what metrics will be used to track success. This empowers team members to identify gaps in their work and leverage their critical thinking. Next, 4. Define must-haves, must, follows and must, do. If specific formats or evaluations are necessary, be specific. Share links and make it clear if, for example, a template must be followed. Step 5. Clarify the level of delegation. Help teams understand how much they need to do. Define the level of delegation, whether it's transferring a draft to a clean document, gathering insights, analyzing data, or making decisions. Here is an overview of the levels of delegation. Last step. Step 6. Make it scalable and repeatable. This last step requires a change in mindset, but also will require managers to acquire a new habit. It's about delegating in a way that is scalable and repeatable. For example, instead of relying on meetings to share information about tasks or projects, build processes that your team can access and reuse. Whether it's a single task or an entire process, create accessible guides. For example, consider the process to launch a new product feature. Provide key milestones, assign responsibilities, and include necessary resources, tips, and guidelines. This ensures clarity, visibility, and reusability. By adopting a process-oriented approach to delegation, managers can empower their teams, save time, and achieve scalable growth for the organization. This not only streamlines delegation, but also supports scalability and knowledge sharing within the team. Let's explore a few practical examples. Suppose, as a manager, you need to gather market insights to build a new proposal, and you want your team to collect information about the market and about your competitors to expedite the process. Typically, you would schedule a meeting to explain the task. Instead, write it down in a format that is accessible and helps them visualize success, but also gives them clarity and confidence that they are moving in the right direction. Additionally, provide tips and guidelines for best practices. And finally, clearly define each team member's responsibilities. When you share this with your team, they automatically understand the task's expectations and are likely to successfully deliver without your constant intervention. The added benefit is that you have real-time visibility into their work and decision-making. Now, imagine the executive team mandates that your team must have new product or marketing changes approved by the sales team following specific criteria. Instead of explaining this verbally and hoping everyone remembers the details and finds a way to implement it, create a process for them. Empower their success by offering guidelines, templates, and resources. saving yourself time from repeating things over and over and avoiding having to redo some of their work. If you are using Nova, some of the example mentioned early will help visualize how to use Nova. If you are not using Nova, evaluate how to best implement processes in the space where your team gets things done and avoid using documents. Remember that delegating is mostly about providing guidelines and empowering them to work with confidence. Let us know if you have questions.